What's up, Dane?
Happy 4th of July weekend, my friend.
Right? We got nothing. We got to do this. Hang on. All right. Any fun plans this weekend?
A little bit of Jimmy. No, I'm just trying to beat the crowds that are going to be throughout Tampa because it's a lot of people's first 4th of July that have moved here. So I'm just going to kind of take it easy, enjoy it on TV, and let my old ass creep to sleep.
Right. Yeah, I feel you. So I'm staying home too. I'm not doing anything. I'm lame. I might watch the race tomorrow. That's about it. But yeah, welcome to another episode of the Sloppy Syndicate Show, folks. We are streaming live on Twitch and YouTube. So pleasure having you in the chat. If you have any questions for the band that we have on tonight, do not hesitate to throw them in. And let's go ahead and bring Within a Mist on. What is up? We have Mason and Kinsler from the band Within a Mist. How are we doing tonight? And thank you for coming on. I know you are at a barbecue, so taking some busy time out of your barbecue to jump on the Sloppy Syndicate and talk a little bit of music with us. So Within a Mist is a relatively newer metal band. So go ahead and tell us a little bit about the band, how it got started. And I got an intro we will play here shortly with some of your music.
All right, good deal. We started relatively about 2 years ago. It's kind of a lead off from a previous band. We got rid of our drummer and was on the search forever for another drummer, and me and the bass player was, and finally found Mason, and just kind of fell in line over from that band and raced, scratched out, went a different route, and we all just kind of collectively just started jamming. There was no talk of direction. We just started jamming, and we all kind of fell in sync line and found our direction, and it's kind of, we're paving the way as we go.
Oh, awesome. What's up, Daniel the Beard? Thanks for coming in. He said, what's up, Donnie and Dane? So, yeah, was it sort of your mission to pursue like the hard metal avenue, or is it just kind of like you said, you kind of fell into that aspect? Or
well, yeah, we all kind of have the same perspective as far as that goes, the heavy side of it, but we didn't know exactly which direction. You know, I mean, there's so many genres, subgenres nowadays. I mean, it's crazy, but so we didn't know exactly what direction we wanted to go with that. We just kind of started playing, and it's kind of starting to take.
Absolutely. So with that being said, we're going to take a little break and we're going to listen to one of their songs that they have out. And here we go, folks.
I wish the memories would fade, but yet they stick and stay. When I close my eyes, I see your face, and I can't relive in that day. See you in my dreams, but no, you're not there. Maybe it's the grief, or maybe I'm scared. I'm going without you, and you're not here. I'm dead.
And how are you, my metal friend?
That is some metal right there, if we do say so. Welcome back, Mason. So Mason, tell us what you play in the band, and then we'll go on to Kinsler, and he'll tell us what he plays in the band. Kinsler, what do you play in the band?
I'm the guitarist and backup vocalist.
Okay, very cool.
Okay.
Are you the clean vocals or are you the screaming? What's up, E?
Vocals.
Okay.
Actually, when we play live, I'm the clean vocals. Now on the track, it's actually the screamer and the actual vocalist. We just kind of do that live to help him out. But
okay,
track, I actually like his cleans better, so we can leave that on the track.
Yeah, and how, like, did you go about, so I know screaming, I've tried it, and I cannot do it to save my life. Did you train yourself? Were you trained? How did you go about learning the proper way to scream and growl without tearing your voice to shreds, obviously?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not the growler. I'm the clean singer. I've tried growling, and I can't really do it that well. I started learning how to do it, and I messed my throat up, so I can't do it no more. Now, Josh vocalist, he's extremely well. I mean, I don't know how he does it, but
Yeah, because I'll try it and I'll start coughing and I can't do it.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. There's got to be a lot more emotion put into the singing of this genre of music as well, huh?
yeah, it's everybody thinks, I mean, people that's not in the metal, they think, oh, just scream and holler. No, there's a technique to it, and not everybody can do it. Can do it well. I'll put it to you that way. We had before Josh came along, we actually had quite a few vocalists try out, and trust me, it's not. You have to be good at it. There is a technique to it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
definitely.
the Tibetan monks that do the throat breathing and the singing that they have is kind of a similar, I guess, fashion of doing it. A little bit different pitches and the way that you use as far as lyrics are concerned. But man, yeah, that seems an incredibly skilled niche of people that can do that.
Yeah, it's my hat goes off to him, dude. Like I said, every time we play, it amazes me the range he can do, and anybody that can do that. I've tried it, I can't, so I stick to clean vocals.
Yeah, and so the funny thing you brought up, and we're talking about the screaming and the different things, with the voices and that. I was in Australia, and obviously, I'm sure you've heard of a didgeridoo, right? I think I'm saying it right.
Yeah, didgeridoo.
And they're they do they blow in it, and then yeah. So they were trying to teach us that, and it's so hard to actually do it because at the same time you're blowing, you have to breathe in your nose. It's like a cycle, and I could never figure it out. So I've always been amazed by stuff like that. Like they're literally just blowing and breathing at the same time. I don't get it, but yeah. So, but definitely some cool sound effects if you have a didgeridoo.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so with the two songs out, is that are you releasing those two singles in the lead up to an EP, or how are you working that?
Well, we actually were in the process of releasing 3 songs. We're on the fence about either doing an EP or an album. We don't know yet. We're just kind of, we're just getting in the ball game, releasing these songs. We picked the three songs that represented our whole sound because we don't want to be defined into one niche. We don't want to be, they're just a straight hardcore deathcore.
Right.
We want to be well rounded, so to speak. So the first song we released was Lost Time. It's more of a straightforward groovy style heavy song. Then the second one we released with the lyric video, Wake Me, it has some clean vocals in it. And the next one we're about to release, we're actually in the studio recording it right now. It's pretty guns to the wall, wide open, has more of our heavier, faster, upbeat stuff to it. It's one of our favorite songs, so I think everybody's gonna enjoy it real well. So
yeah, I definitely dig "Wake Me." I like the growls and the screams, and then the clean vocals coming in. So what the lyrics are pretty deep in that song. Is there any meaning behind the lyrics, or what's the meaning behind the song?
Wake Me, Josh wrote it. It's about something to do with his family. I can't remember exactly, but it's something to do with being trapped in your thoughts and stuff like that.
Okay.
Don't quote me on that, but I know when we were talking about doing the lyric video, we was asking the meaning behind it.
What's up, Mason? Can you hear us?
I think everything should be worked out now. I was having some trouble.
All right. Well, we got you in here. So, you at the barbecue bash as well, or?
No, I'm actually in the back of a car right now.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I apologize for the lighting. I'm also sitting in the car because, like I said, just caught me off guard. So.
Well, we appreciate you taking the time. We'll keep it a little bit shorter than usual tonight, so you guys can get back to your festivities, and we can enjoy our festivities this 4th of July weekend. So, if you had to start a new band today, what do you think would be the fastest way that you could grow bands?
The fastest way you can grow a.
Hey, real quick, Kinsley, turn on your cab light real quick. We'll be able to see you.
Yeah, well, there's a problem with that. My cab light's out.
All right, we're going to leave it to the imagination, folks.
Never mind that, Bubba.
actually.
But yeah, how would you,
Might be.
being a newer musician and, testing some different things, how do you feel the best way to expand the band would be?
Be open minded.
All right, fair enough. And obviously keep grinding and grinding. I mean, that's what it comes down to is this day and age, grinding and getting your music out there. So do you guys have any upcoming shows that you guys are going to be performing? Any plans to do Battle of the Bands or Battle for the Big Stage with DWP, things like that?
Well, we are currently on set for a show up in Whitfield the 23rd. We had actually put in contest for a Danny Wimmer contest here a few weeks ago and got voted off of that, unfortunately. But we don't take that as a defeat. We listen to what they say and we learn from it, and try to grow. We listen to. I mean, it is a hit. I ain't gonna lie, it is kind of a hit to an ego when people down what you've got, what you're putting out, what you put work into it. But we take that, we listen to it, and we just try to grow as a band, and that's where we're at now. We're just trying to expand, find out what works for us, what works for the fans, what works for us at shows. So we're just kind of in the learning process.
Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. You guys have a great start, and just keep grinding and keep doing the things that you do. And we have a question. Are you all based out of Virginia?
We are.
Yes.
Okay. They could tell by the accent, I'm assuming. So, yeah, Dane's familiar with Virginia. So,
Yeah, I got family up there, so it's a nice place. I really enjoy it up there.
So yeah, it's kind of funny how you can tell by certain twangs and certain things like that where where people are from. People say I have a northern accent, but I do not hear it unless I say certain words. But
Oh yeah. You wouldn't think, talking to somebody with such a strong accent such as mine, but we would play this type of music. But
see, I hear West Virginia in your accent.
I've got a very. I probably have the strongest Southern accent in the band, I would have to say.
I mean, it'd be pretty cool to. I know Cody Parks in the Dirty South. They're doing like country metal, so it'd be kind of cool to do like a metal version and then have like some country, with the twang, a little country metal. Try that out too. That'd be pretty cool.
It's funny because when we're in the studio doing vocals, we really have to try with our vocals, Josh, and we have to really make sure that he's not over southerning the we'll stop a take sometimes and be like, yeah, don't talk like you're from where you're from.
Right. All right, we're gonna have to change that just a little bit. Retake, take 4. So, with the creative process, we all know that can be kind of overwhelming. It takes a lot of work to write songs, different things like that. Do you find a time of day that you are most inspired or most creative throughout the day? Or it just kind of, for me, I'll get a thought, I'll write it down and come back to it that's how I kind of work things. So,
ironically speaking, it seems to be morning time for us because we used to play sort of later in the evening. We would get stuff done, but Mason's schedule changed and we had to start playing. We start generally about 10 o'clock in the morning, and we have been more productive than I think we ever have.
Yep, I'm not a morning person at all, so I more props to you guys. I'm not a morning person. Dane, what about you? When are you creative?
Fuck no, I hate the mornings. I'm good. Like, I enjoy the evenings. I don't know why. I'm on that weird sleep schedule where I fall asleep early and then I'm up at 3 and then I fall asleep before sunrise. So yeah.
I'm a late bloomer, so
my circadian rhythm is way off, but
What's up, Ellie? Thanks for joining us. Pleasure to have you in here. If you have any questions in the chat, folks, do not hesitate to throw them in there. We are going to make this a little bit quicker tonight, obviously, as they are out with their families, enjoying the festivities of the 4th of July weekend. So now, forming the band, what are some of your major influences? For me as a kid, I would say like Ted Nugent, Pantera kind of pushed me in my musical direction. For you guys as a band, what has inspired you, or what song, what band really pushed you to want to pursue, writing music and creating a band?
You want to go first, Josh?
Yeah, for me, I always grew up into the Southern rock, the Skinner, Nugent, and AC/DC, stuff like that. And once I got a little bit older, I noticed I was looking for something, more towards the rock metal side. I never was what you could say a metalhead. And once I got, in older, I started, like I said, listening to heavy music. And then I got into bands like Lamb of God. That was my first real introduction to heavy music, that side of it. And from there, I've just, evolved. I mean, I've kind of went full in on it. I mean, I'd say one of my, I guess you call more modern now favorite bands is Whitechapel. And that's been a big influence on a lot of my current writing.
Yep, I just saw them in Daytona. Actually, a big fan of them. So
Yeah, I just went and saw them in Knoxville, about 2 hours from where we practiced at.
nice. Mason, what kind of influenced you?
Well, when I was really young, probably around 6, is when I first really started to play drums. And of course, because of the area we live in here, primarily it's country and southern rock, and like Josh said, a lot of Skinner. That seems to be the big common band everybody likes down here. But
I was partial to Credence.
I grew up playing a lot of that stuff because as a little kid, that's really all I knew existed. And up until I was probably in middle school, I heard Whiskey in a Jar by Metallica, and I was like, it was like that, what is this? What am I hearing? Type of thing. And I started digging more and got into Avenged Sevenfold, and it just kind of progressively got heavier and really got into the progressive stuff. And I've kind of been on a slope since.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of Avenged. Hopefully they'll come back around here soon. I know last time they played, I don't know if it was Florida, but Orlando, they played with Metallica, and it was way too expensive to go. It was like $230 some per ticket. So I was like, yeah, I'll skip this one. And now I'm like, man, I'll probably never see both of them together again. But
yeah. When Metallica is in there, they're expensive. That had the same thing happen to me.
Yeah, I was like, do I really want to spend $230 for a concert? I mean, these were like the cheap seats. So I was like, no, I'll pass. And now, obviously, years later, I regret it. But yeah. So what's all ABB? What's up? He's smoking his pipe with a glass of wine on this 4th of July weekend. So pleasure having you in here. And what kind of pipe are you smoking there, ABB? You don't have to tell us if it's, that kind of pipe. But yeah, so with Dane, you got any questions? I know you got some Virginia history in you, so
I usually do, man. You caught me on an off night. Let's see. Off the top of my head, Fredericksburg is in Virginia. I believe that's you guys' I believe it's one of the first battles of the Civil War was there.
We're in a very odd place in Virginia. We are equal distance kind of from Virginia, Kentucky, and Tennessee. So
you're on the western tip over there?
Yeah, we're on the very, very tip of Virginia.
That's where my family lives, is on the western tip over there.
So just a tip, folks, of Virginia there. So yeah, we got Justin in the house. He's saying, "What's up, Dane?" So, and we got everyone in the house tonight. So pleasure to have everyone. And ABB says he has tobacco, vanilla custard flavor, not the other kind you're thinking. So, all right. Well, you're not partying like we should, but no, we're just messing with you. Pleasure to have you in here anyway. But Marion, VA. So, yep, Marion, VA.
Marion, that's the town.
That's very close to where we are. Our bass player is actually from Marion.
Okay. Yeah, that's where I'm at. Yeah, when I'm up there visiting family is Marion.
Maybe we'll have to, when we go up there, Dane, do a little live streaming concert. So
might have to.
That'd be awesome.
Where, and I know when I was up there a couple of years ago, it's the Standing Rock, I think. It's like this big rock with a river through it. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, that's in Virginia somewhere. That was pretty cool. But
Which it's kind of a drive for everybody to get to practice. You know, there's no question of dedication with us. Our vocalist drives 2.5 hours to practice every week.
Oh wow, okay.
Our bass player drives 2.5 hours every week to come. Everybody makes their haul, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And so where can we support the band within Amidst? Do you guys have a website? Do you have merch? What can we purchase to help the band out?
Well, we have our website, our merch store, which is, I believe, as of now, our merch store is only accessible through Facebook, but
okay,
we are working to get it more.
You can make inquiries on your website, but you can't purchase anything there yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you can find them on Facebook at Within Amidst. You can find them on Instagram Within Amidst, and you can support them through the links on their profiles. And that definitely helps support the band. As you know, I say this every stream. One T-shirt or one record is the equivalent to almost 6,500 streams. So that definitely helps the band out, especially with the band being so new and just getting their feet wet, you would say, and getting into the industry. Any stream, anything will help the band out. So definitely check them out. They have 2 singles out, and we are going to wrap the show up here shortly so they can get back to enjoy their family time at the barbecue there for the 4th of July. And so before we go, tell us something you would like the fans to know about Within Amidst.
Yeah, we're getting nothing.
Yep, I just got staticky.
Yeah, all static.
Uh-oh.
So,
Better.
all right, we got you coming in. What'd you say?
Here, Mason, go ahead and mute your side real quick, and then we'll be able to hear him. There we go. Go ahead, Bubba.
Oh, can y'all hear me now?
Yep.
All right, good deal. I said you said what people want to take from music. I said we're just a bunch of goofy guys that got together, like to have fun, and hope people enjoy our music as much as we enjoy making it.
Awesome. Yeah. And I'll, when we're off air, I'll send you some more information, some different avenues that can help you guys out and things like that. So with that being said, folks,
wait, Mason, do you want to give a shout out, man?
What I would say wouldn't be too much different from Josh. Just, we're a band that should not be here, but we are, and we're giving it all we can.
Okay, and that's all you could do, right? You never know what can happen until you pursue it. So I always like to end the show this way. And folks, remember, it's okay not to be okay. You matter. So if you ever need any assistance, reach out to the hotline at 1-800-273-8255 or text GO to 741-741. Folks, I hope we've pleasured your ear holes just a little bit this evening, this 4th of July weekend, and made them a little bit moist while we were at it. So until next time, keep it sloppy. That's all I have. Anything from you, Dane?
No, sir. Have a good 4th of July, everybody.
All right. It was a pleasure having you guys on the show. Check the band out Within Amidst, and we'll be in touch soon. All right.
Have a better 4th of July.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right,
Take care.
Yep.